Awoo, awoo, hip hip kalay and kaloo. Hello friends, welcome to the stream. It's more Pokemon Run Bun. You know what it is. I've been doing it for the past several months of my life. Like, fuck dog, how many months has it been? Like 3, 4? 36 VODs have been uploaded, but currently we're on stream, like, I think we're not at... Are we at 40? Yeah, we're at 41. Which is a lot. I'm still having fun. I'm still having a good time. And I'm looking forward to most of our fights today. I just finished calcing a real son of a bitch before we went live. So be happy that you don't have to deal with watching me calc that fight. Cause it would have fucking sucked. That being said, friends, how we doing? Sorry once again for weird out of slot streams. Had to go attend to an appointment, and then I'm like, well, while we're out, I'm getting low tire pressure readings. I should probably get that checked on. Also, I need to go get my oil taken care of. We ended up going and getting lunch. We had another thing that I can't remember off the top of my head, but we just had to do a bunch of things, and I'm gonna have to do more things tomorrow because we really need to go grocery shopping. So we're not gonna be live in the morning time slot. We will be live in an afternoon or evening time slot. We'll see. Oh, the other errand was we had to stop by Michael's. We had to buy some yarn for a baby blanket that Mint Mod's making, and also had to pick up some fake flowers for decorating the altar. But anyways, that's enough about me and my shit. Why is my controller over there? What say I shut the fuck up and play some runandbuns. Doing well, watch Taskmaster with family, which is fun. Oh, that's good. I've heard of Taskmaster. I think I've been shown like an episode or two of it. It's like a British game show, right? I don't know if we have an American version of it, but... Anyways, let's, I like the Aqua Hideout theme, but also it's definitely a little repetitive. So, let me see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights pre-calced. Chat, you're going to witness a double battle today that is supposed to be a very difficult, very frustrating double battle with like a scary mechanic. We will not be engaging with that scary mechanic. We will simply be winning the double battle. Hannah messaged me at one point after we did Surf Sim and was like, so you're not really supposed to have 2 ghost types this early? Like, that's just pretty statistically unlikely. Which, all things considered, getting Delmise on the route we got Delmise and getting Basculin on the route we got Basculin was incredibly unlikely. And let me tell you, makes a fight real funny. Because I just need to confirm something really quickly. Fake Out always has +9 priority, right? Yes. And Explosion always only can have +7 while it's turn 1. So if a thing has Explosion and Fake Out and it's capable of using Fake Out, it will always go for Fake Out. Good. We don't need to worry about that just yet, though. One day, we will go and take care of the remainder of those items on Surf Sim. We should probably do that sooner rather than later. So, on our first fight here, we need Basculegion. I've experienced it before, but only because I got a Jellicent on Surf Delay 115. 2 ghosts from regular Surf Sim SP Wild. Well, I count myself lucky. We didn't get Arrokuda, but like we're definitely making use of the things that we did get. And thankfully, Basculegion has done an incredible job of making up for us not getting Arrokuda. Like, getting 27 speed on this thing with a not speed decreasing nature is so gargantuan. But alright. So we need Basculegion. We need Rosa. Wait. Hold on a second. Yeah, unequipped resurrected items. Wait, Ambipom, what? Oh, I'm scrolled down one too many fights. I was like, hold on. There we go. Okay. It is still Basque Legion though. Okay. Open Basque Legion. Corv Esquire. Gyarados. And then we just kind of have some other guys. We just kind of have some other guys for some other things. I assume Gyarados, yeah, needs Muscle Band. Just confirming. But it's going to be swapping on Corviknight. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, Corviknight is like never baiting Hyper Voice. Okay. So we've got a really funny line where we are actually going to equip Basque Legion with a Mystic Water, despite the fact that I don't think we're ever clicking Liquidation. It's solely to control swap order. So we need Basque Legion. We need Corviknight. We need Gyarados. And then everyone else is optional. Of course, we bring Nomo in case we need someone to die. I do think Talonflame is probably someone we'll want to bring. Also, ideally, we don't let Nomo die. We are actually planning on using Nomo to secure a real kill in one of the fights coming up. Never thought I'd see the day, but it's finally here, gamers. Let's see. Because as long as Basque Legion is holding Mystic Water, it shows fast KO to Linoon, to Decidueye, and to Sylveon. So it should never send in any of them. Ooh, Hannah. Would... It shouldn't matter. Billy Drum, Throat Chop, Extreme Sweet. Yeah, because, like... we can swap straight into Gyarados. Does Sylveon having a priority move in Quick Attack fiddle with swap order? Like, does a Pokemon having a priority move let AI see it as at least, like, faster than you over default? Because if so, that might change things slightly. Not that much, I don't think, because then we just swap to Gyarados into Sylveon, take 2 quick attacks, KO it with Waterfall. And then it wouldn't be Decadui because of Bounce. We could just kill Linoon, actually, which is funny. Yeah, we're fine. AI has no idea about priority for the purpose of Switch AI, only once it hits the field. Okay, I thought so. I could have swore there was something about priority moves, switch in, messing with things. Okay. Yeah, but can we please acknowledge the fact that Diosa shows fast one-hit KO to every Pokemon on the team we are about to fight. Just an absolute monster of a guy. So yeah, we'll grab Talonflame. And friggin... can probably beat Linoon's ass. Also with Corviknight, actually. There we go, we'll bring Hitmonchan. Just in case. Fast and strong and big. A truly incredible fish. Okay. Take off everyone's items. Gonna leave that on Diosa, because I know we need it. Hi, Faulty. Cantonian Executor will behave. What is that supposed to mean? It's kind of ominous. Oh, wait. Why do I have Flygon in here? Hold on, swap out Flygon with Talonflame. Yeah. Hi, Faulty. Welcome to stream. I hear you had passed a judgment on poor Hannah and her getting screwed over by Dark Aura Bug. Which is very funny. It will not click the funny kaboom button. So we actually have a really... Oh no, this isn't Cantonian Executor. This is Shift Tree Whale Lord, and we want them to click the funny boom button because we have 2 ghost types. The Lewis script is evil sometimes. It is... I have it set in my brain because I always wipe my box empty every time I like get to bump up levels. And my first thought every time is, all right, go to Zoroark, manually swap the ability. I don't even use the thing that often, but like I don't want to risk fucking it up. God, look at this cool guy. This cool guy with incredible stats. Okay, yeah, I think we only need our 3 guys for this fight. We want to make sure, so we KO Linoon. Decidueye is going to go for, why am I? Oh, right. It could go for it's probably going to go for Poltergeist. We'll be like down defense stages. So I think it could be probably any of these moves. We're unequipping Corviknight with we are unequipping Corviknight of items. So that way we do not get hit by Poltergeist. And then we'll probably take a Sucker Punch and KO with Brave Bird. Then in comes Sylveon. Sylveon's going to want to go for Weather Ball into Corviknight. We swap to Gyarados, who takes Weather Ball really well. With Muscle Band, we one-hit KO with Waterfall. Oh, the boys are screaming. It'll never happen again. Zoroark has been put in jail and will never leave the box. Poor Diva. All right. Muscle Band. I do gotta say, though, I do very much appreciate how, like, understanding the people who are, like, kind of big in the community are about, like, shit happens sometimes. I get a little intimidated, because I feel like the Run and Bun Discord definitely has this kind of jockish energy to it that I'm not good at matching. So it's like, it's good to know that the people I actually have to deal with for things like getting my run certified are quite chill. Hi, Watermelon. We'll give Scalpel an emotional support Oranberry. I still, like, reflexively never want to give Scalpel held items. It's like, but what if I need to click acrobatics that I don't know anymore? And Nomo's there to die, in case something happens. It's full of pricks, but they tend to direct their energy to other pricks real. Look, it's just like, every time I step in there with a question, like I'm earnestly asking, hey, this thing works how I think it does, right? And like 7 messages of, can you read? Can you read words? Do your eyes work? Have you opened the AI document, used your eyes brain to read the words? And it's like, yes, yes, I have. Must I go through the humiliation ritual every time? Oh, goodness. Yeah, no, I'm quite lucky that I've cultivated a relatively chill community with this kind of stuff. Honestly, the only one who bullies me about, like, sticking to good play is my wife, and she's allowed to get away with that because she's my wife. I feel like you're trying too hard to kill Nomo. I'm not trying too hard to kill Nomo. Nomo is there in case someone needs to die. Nomo is the most disposable member of our team. Even Noelle Holiday managed to get some kills during Flannery Gym. That being said, though, Nomo will actually be used for a fight coming up. And again, I don't think anything should go wrong here, and even if it does, I truly do not think it will cause much of an issue. So, final item check. Diosa has Mystic, Willow has nothing, Aramaya has Muscle Band, Kefri has Black Belts, Scalpel has Oranberry, and Nomo has nothing. Nomo would like to enter the field. Yeah, no, we brought Nomo as our in case of emergency guy if we ran into issues with Fisherman Phil and his team of demons, his demon fish. It's like, you have flip turn. You could theoretically dodge a hydro pump to slow flip turn into something, or you're the most disposable member of our team. We already fought this guy, I believe. Yes, we did. I assume we can talk to this dude. I think the Rangers probably, yeah, she's right up there. Okay. Just confirming that I have everything. Mystic Water, Muscle Band, nothing. Cool. I love that we finally have guys who can let us just ignore annoying fucking screen setter dudes. I'm really tired of dudes who set screens. They're a pain in the ass. Say hello to Ranger Catherine. She sends in Mr. Mime, Galarian style. It's raining. Mr. Mime dies in one hit to Poltergeist. It has Freeze Dry, Reflect, Light Screen, Hypnosis. He's just hanging out. We're gonna use that clay against him, though. God, it is a really funny move animation. I have so much respect for how much love was put into that attack. Okay. Next up should be Linoon. It should play down the line. Linoon. I also suppose Linoon has extreme speed, so even if Sylveon could do something fancy with having a priority move, it wouldn't matter. Linoon can't click extreme speed because we are a ghost type. We barely one-hit KO with superpower. Really love having a Basculegion. Also, very underrated part of this Pokemon, Basculegion with a 31 attack IV. God, we got so fucking lucky with the guy. Okay, minus attack nature, to be fair, but 31 attack IV. But yeah, superpower should one-hit KO. Drops our attack, drops our defense. That shouldn't matter. We now show a one-hit KO to Decidueye. And I believe we no longer threaten KO on it. Yep, Decky Dewey. So, defense is -1. So I believe we show it KO to all of its moves. Because we're faster than it, I think it'll prioritize clicking Sucker Punch. But in case it goes for Poltergeist, we have unequipped Willow, so that way both Sucker Punch and Poltergeist will fail. The only move it could hit Willow with is Leaf Blade, which does not do damage. And either way, it shouldn't set up Swords Dance because it sees KO. Wow, it clicked the only move it could get us with. All right. It's probably going to go for Sucker. We one-hit KO with Brave Bird. Leaf Blade? Fucking... why? What? Oh, because it no? Sucker Punch has weird AI. I figured that, like, sure, it's faster than us, but Sucker Punch does more damage. Guess not. I'm not gonna complain. The less damage we take, the more we're able to guarantee what Sylveon does on its turn. And we definitely have enough HP to guarantee Weather Ball. Sylveon has Hyper Voice, Psy Shock, Weather Ball, Quick Attack. It also has Pixiate and a Water Gem. So it just wants to use one really big, powerful Weather Ball into Willow. I believe it probably sees a kill with it. Yep, 137 damage. Meanwhile, Hyper Voice does at most 58. We are going to swap to Aramaya, who takes around like 36 from Weather Ball. The Pixie she ate. Sweet little baby gets its attack dropped. Consumes its Water Gem. Alright. We outspeed one-hit KO with Waterfall, so it's going to click Quick Attack. Bonk. chat, I think I'm getting sick. I think I might be catching a head cold, which is a truly insane thing to have happen 10 days before my wedding, and I'm a little nervous about it. It's cool though, we run in our buns. Sometimes when life gives you lemons, you got nothing you could do but run a bun. Okay, so Hannah, this guy right here, he's not a trainer, is he? Like this guy right over here? He's just a dude, right? Can I talk to him? I'm scared that if I walk into his path, he's going to be like, actually, I'm an optional and I have a team of 3 level 100, he's dude coded. I'm saving the game. If something happens, I reserve the right to clause. Look, he's positioned in a way such that I'm, like, afraid that he is, in fact, a fucking, like, he's positioned like a run-and-bun trainer, you know? A guy you can't really walk past without walking in front of his LOS. Okay. Glad to finally cure that from my brain. Okay. Back to Mauville, and on to our next fight. Get out of here, Catherine. Begone, thought. Okay. Next trainer is Ranger Jackson, who has 3 guys. Mildly scary guys, mildly threatening guys. But they're not that big a deal. So first things first is Morpeko with Hunger Switch and a Shukaberry. I believe Shukaberry just reduces ground type damage. Let me confirm. Halves the damage taken from super effective ground type attacks, single use. Okay, so we're gonna open with Basculegion. You're gonna hear that a lot for this split. So yeah, we open with Basculegion. With Mystic Water, we one-hit KO it with Liquidation in the rain. Morpeko doesn't actually change types with Hunger Switch, so we should be fine. Aura Wheel is not a priority move. We outspeed Morpeko and kill. Hell, we could probably kill Morpeko with Hitmonchan. We could. Fake out into Mach Punch. Okay. Once that happens, the game sees that Basculegion can outspeed and one-hit KO Ambipom with both Superpower and Liquidation, so it's going to go for Kingler, who is not outsped and one-hit KO'd. Kingler is liable to go for knockoff, so we are going to unequip Roserade of all items. The main thing is that it's never going to go for X-Scissor. So we grab Roserade. Actually, the big thing is that it never goes for Crabhammer. But yeah, we bring in Roserade. We're able to one-hit KO with Magical Leaf. We don't even need a held item for it. And we tank knockoff super well, even if we crit, or even if he crits. None of his moves are priority. Then in comes Ambipom. Insane how much damage Ambipom can do with Fake Out. Really funny. The thing is, we can just swap to Delmise, because all of its moves except for Covet are normal type. So yeah, we can just swap to Delmise, who takes no damage from any of that shit, and 2-hit KO with Anchor Shot. It's a funny fight. I guess we can also bring Corviknight. Bring Corviknight, and like, I don't know, man, Gyarados, and then Nomo. The trainer documentation is trustworthy. There's optionals. They'll be listed on this route. They're typically only on water routes guarding Mega Stunts. That's kind of what I picked up on, but if I see an NPC that isn't moving, they make me nervous. And I, like, didn't have enough time to go and, like, check him before stream today. Look, it's mostly just, like, I've come so far. I am very scared of taking any chances that could risk invalidating my shit. You know, I still feel really embarrassed when I, like, did my panic close of the game when I oopsied my way into an optional. You know, I'm glad that we still did the fight, you know, that we had some honor about it, but I was like, yeah, that was a really embarrassing, cringe thing to do. I'd prefer to just, like, not put myself in these situations to begin with. Okay. Mystic Water. Sure, Muscle Band, why not? Okay, nothing on Roserade. We don't need anything on Mordwin. It's like, yeah, Covet, Fake Out, Tail Slap. Covet doesn't have, like, boosted damage if I'm holding an item, right? No. I don't think Covet has any special effect. Covet? Yep, just a base 60 power move. Okay. Yeah, double critting with Covet won't do anything. We're swapping in on Fake Out or Tail Slap. We're fine. We're chill. Having a good time. Honestly, I'm just gonna take items. Alright, kids. We're getting there. We're like almost there, kinda, maybe, sorta. I think. Actually, Hannah, how many more fights do we have in your rough approximation before Weather Institute? Are there any more cool things we get along the way? I know that after we get past Bridge Rival, we get our next heart scale. I'm pretty sure there are like 2 of them on this route, which is nutso. Okay, got past you. Ranger Jackson. Just confirming, Aura Wheel is just a move that, like, changes its type. I think that's its only special effect. Oh, that's right, it raises stats depending on what mode it's in. Oh no, it just always raises speed. Not that that matters, because we one-hit KO with Liquidate. Which is fucking insane, by the way. I'm pretty sure Morpeko resists Liquidate, but that's what Rain will do, baby. God, Vasculegion, what would your stats be if you were, like, adamant? Gargantuan, holy shit. Electric and Dark don't resist water. Oh! Why did I think Electric resist water? Maybe it's just my brain carrying over that Electric resists steel. Yeah, I think so. Okay, final check. Nothing on Diosa, nothing on Mystic Water on Diosa, nothing on Roserade, nothing on Mordwin. Yeah. We're fine. This is Ranger Jackson. Morpeko just wants to go for a kill with Aura Wheel. Unfortunately for it, we get to kill it with Liquidation. Had a Shuka Berry to resist ground. That was about it. Next in should be Kingler. Kingler sees big, super effective damage with knockoff, so it's going to want to go for that. We have unequipped Roserade of any items, so that way we don't take big knockoff damage. Does about 38%. We outspeed Kingler. And we one-hit KO. We don't even need to click Leaf Storm. We can do it with Magical Leaf. Yeah. Cool. Has an Assault Vest, by the way. Boosts its resistance to special type attacks, or to special attacks. Rose is just that good. And in comes Ambipom. Ambipom's gonna see a KO with Tail Slap, so it might click that over Fake Out. Either way, we are going to swap to Mordwin, who takes no damage from either of those moves. Yoink. Mordwin takes at most 29% from Covet. We 2-hit KO with Anchor Shot. Donk. That's fucking peak. Oh my god, that's an incredible animation. We're gonna use Anchor Shot again. The anchor tosses itself. I figured it would be a simple animation of like an anchor on a chain coming out of Delmai's and like bonking the opponent. No, it's not that. Shiver me timbers, my god. Four more trainers before Winstitute. Oh damn, I think there's only one. Like, I have that, I have that, I have this. Yeah, wow, I have 3 trainers calced out after Jackson, so, huh. All right. Next up is Bug Catcher Kent, who was a little difficult. He has some kind of annoying guys. What'd you just say? Did you just say Bug Catcher Cunt? That's the fucking mom from Resident Evil 7. She has the Bug Snatcher. Can I get banned off Twitch for saying that? I love how Delmai's can technically have 4 stab types. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about terastallizing. I just love that Delmai's is like, it is the one Pokemon that's actually good at having coverage moves. God damn it, Rose. Also, I need to reorganize Dios's moves. I just realized I never got them set in the right order. Water, oop. Ghost, Fight, Psych. Oh, you're Ghost Grass. Okay. Also, wait a second. Why didn't my auto mod catch that? You'll get fucking permabanned by auto mod for saying blackguard, but cunt's fine.
I wonder if Bug Snatcher would get caught.
Like,
or would Snatch just get highlighted?
Get permabanned for saying idiot. The N-word, though.
You know what? Actually, Bug Snatcher would probably be fine, but if it said, like, you Bug Snatcher, that would flag bullying. Maybe. We're learning things today.
We're learning things today. For better or for worse. Hold on. I'm actually gonna do casino music. Okay. So next up is Cunt Catcher Bug. Which sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, actually. Cunt Catcher Snare. So, we need Togedemaru. Maisie wants blood. So if we equip Togedemaru with Magnet, Fake Out does 22 damage to this Beautifly. It has a Focus Sash. So 68 minus 22 is what, 46? Zing Zap with a Magnet does 150. We actually outspeed Beautifly. Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Stun Spore, Quiver Dance. None of its moves can hurt Toge. Once we KO it, in comes Araquanid. So this fight actually also is kind of annoying to calc. Banning Cunt discriminates against Brits, real. So Araquanid has Scald, which can one-hit KO Togedemaru. Mirror Coat, a move that makes it so if you deal special damage, you know, it's counter for special type attacks. Protect to stop you from, you know, just to like, if you get burned by Scald, it can spam Protect to make you take burn damage. And Iron Defense to boost its defense so you can kind of only kill it with special attacks. And we figured out a really dumb way to fight it. We grab Roserade. Where'd she go? And Roserade does not die to Scald, even if it gets crit burned. Roserade lives getting scalded twice. And we can click Toxic. It has leftovers, not a Lepa Berry. Once we Toxic it, it will eventually die to toxic damage. At that point, all we need to do is swap to Altaria. Altaria takes at most 41% from Scald. Hold on. So critical hit Scald does 77 plus 184 divided by 16 is 11. So 88 damage. 184. Oop. 184 minus 88 is 96. It leaves us with 96 HP. We recover half of our max HP with Roost every turn. We can just swap in Altaria with a Lepa Berry and spam Roost until Araquanid dies to poison damage. Then in comes Caesar. Caesar is going to want to go for either Bullet Punch, potentially Dual Wing Beat. It could go for Swords Dance. It can kind of go for anything, is the thing. Thankfully, we can swap to Turtonator. Turtonator can one-hit KO Caesar with Overheat. Assuming Caesar clicks Dual Wing Beat on the turn we swap, we take at most 46%. It then clicks Dual Wing Beat again, we take at most 46%. If it clicks Swords Dance on the turn we swap, its attack goes to +2. Oop. We take at most 91% from Dual Wing Beat. Point is, Turtonator can always survive swapping and getting a slow hit in against Caesar. We don't even need to give it the charcoal. We can just swap in, get kill. Doesn't matter if it roosts, that won't do anything. So that's our plan to fight 3 annoying bugs. Damn, Rapidash, go you. Yeah, I'll bring Rapidash with, or maybe Arcanine. But you take more from Bullet Punch. Yeah. Because it'll probably use up its Steel Gem eventually. I will bring, should something go wrong, we can bring Rapid Dash with, like a Muscle Band. I don't even think we need Charcoal. Yeah. Okay. And that's the line. Chat, this next fight's so, like, the fight after this one, which is a double battle, is so incredibly fucking stupid. I genuinely think we could fit the entire thing in a single, like, YouTube short. It's very fast. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me, remove items. I think there's only one item to remove, actually. Still, though, I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that after every fight. Okay. Grab Maisie. We need Rose. We need Altaria. We need Turtonator. God, modest 30 special attack Turtonator has done so much. Like, this thing swaps into a fight, it gets one big hit off, and then it's like, all right, I go sleep now. I go sleep for a little bit. Rapid dash. Now you die. Oh, wait a second. Oh yeah, that's only if it gets sword stance off. Yeah, rapid dash is fine. Okay. Okay. We are going to grab the magnet. Give that to Maisie. And then all we need after that is a Lepa Berry from Altaria. And I'll give Roserade a Rostberry, because why not? Like, just confirming Scald from Araquanid. Yeah. Because I do think Roserade could die from two crit Scalds plus burn turn 1. But, like... Hold on, let me do some math real quick. 155 divided by 16 is a 9. Critical hit Scald is... Okay, so 155 minus 72 minus 9 minus 72. Yeah. What about double burn? We always live at least one burn. We could give it a Citrus Berry, we really don't need to do that. I think an Oran Berry would also do it, but Rost Berry we have more of. Yeah. We can survive 1 turn of burn, not 2. Assuming max roll crit Scalds. Thank God we have, like, almost the bulkiest possible Roserade for special defense. Like, look at these. It could have more HP, but, like... Honestly, actually, if I set it to 31... Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not going to. I don't need to, but, like, God. Okay. Do we have a Lepa Berry on you? We do. Sybil doesn't need anything against Caesar. Yeah. No held item overheat still. Easily one-hit KOs. We're gonna give Sybil an emotional support Oran Berry. Sybil use case, does he live 2 hits? Does he So, yeah. The Sybil use case. Does he live 2 hits? Does he one-shot? Put him in the line! I always forget that Sybil's a boy, because Sybil is based on one of Ileana's female D&D characters. Oh, I just forget that our Sybil is a male Turtonator.
Oh, because
Mm-hmm. All right. And just confirming. Magnet, Rostberry, Lepa Berry, Oran, Muscle Band, yeah. If we get burned twice plus crit Scald max roll 2 turns in a row on Roserade, she will always have at least 2 HP. A thing that's definitely likely to happen. It's probably happened to someone, is the thing. Like, it's unlikely, but it has happened to at least one person realistically. Maybe not that exact combination of events, but that exact combination of RNG has happened to someone at least once. Oh yeah, the Bird Keeper with arguably only 1 bird, maybe none. That was the really annoying fight I finished calcing right before stream today. That one was a pain in the ass. It's one of those fights where they have hazards and you just kind of have to accept that your best line involves letting them keep hazards up. And it's like, that's fine. Truly not that big of a deal. I'm so proud. Also, wait, Maisie, what level are you? Okay, you're still 56. Maisie's just slowly leveling up over time. You sound like Small Ant saying 1 in a trillion odds is a huge risk. That's because it is! Look, there's a reason Small Ant beat Runandbun on his first attempt. Aside from a little bit of good luck, he was incredibly cautious all the time. And like, that is the kind of mindset that has carried me this far. After I got past Norman, my risk tolerance dropped way down. I'll assume that's bug, catch, or cunt. I'm just curious if there's something over here. Chat, I'm saving the game, reserving clause rights if something fucking happens over here, even though it won't. I assume it's just like, yeah, it's an item. Ooh, psychic seeds. Well, also early game is so brutal most of the time. Exactly. It's like, now that I've made it this far, now that I have a team this good, there is no reason to take unnecessary risks because I have the resources to not. Okay. The Mimic Circle was formed by people who like to mimic. Huh. Okay, you strange, strange man. So, in comes Beautyfly. It has Swarm, it has Focus Sash, it has Stun Spore and Quiver Dance. It just wants to, like, live a hit, become way faster than you, and be able to nuke all your guys. Unfortunately for it, we have Fake Out to break Sash. Big crit. Crit mattered. No. Okay. We're faster than it. We kill it with Zing Zap. There's nothing else to say there. A Zoing. Zoing Zon. Crit mattered. See, chat? That's why you have to prep for double crit. That Beautyfly totally would have beaten us if we didn't double crit. Nothing feels better than seeing the absolutely insane and probable RNG happen, but we're the ones doing it. Okay, in comes Araquanid. Araquanid sees a one-hit KO with Scald, but it's not guaranteed. It could maybe click Iron Defense. It's kind of weird. It never goes for Mirror Coat because we don't know any special moves. We would prefer to see it go for Iron Defense, just because that's kind of funny. We're going to swap to Roserade. Scald. No burn. Okay. We now click Toxic. Mirror Coat. Failed. Toxic's gonna take a little longer than it would otherwise because it has leftovers, which is annoying. It's either gonna click Scald or Mirror Coat because Roserade only has special moves. We're gonna swap to Sterling. And Sterling's just gonna sit on it. Gets a little bit of healing. We do not ever want to click a damaging move because we don't want to accidentally click into Mirror Coat. So even though it heals us nothing, we're just clicking Roost to stall. This thing is way more Mirror Coat happy than I thought it'd be. I don't even think we need the Lepa Berry. I didn't want to bother doing the math because I thought it'd be annoying. So I just grabbed the Lepa Berry and I'm like, it literally cannot kill us, we're fine. Finally clicked Scald. Burn mattered. think it dies this turn. It died this turn. All right, in comes Caesar. Caesar. Oh, Maisie leveled up. Remember to account for that. Gonna update that right now. 57. Export, import. The mirror code AI is super boosted here, plus or 80% for +2 because you can't KO and only have special moves. I see. Interesting. Fighting Sterling. I don't think it'll go for Bullet Punch. It's faster than us. Bullet Punch does the most damage. Yeah, it's either going to be Bullet Punch or Sword Stance with a very small chance for dual Wing Beat. Doesn't matter what it clicks. We swap into Turtonator. Really love that Turtonator cannot be crit. Scary! Okay. At +2 attack, it cannot kill us with dual Wing Beat. It can do at most 91%. We one-hit KO with Overheat. Youch! It's fine. We have an Oranberry for just this occasion. Thank you, Sybil. Our atomic turtle. Chat, are you ready for one of the funniest fights of the run? Oranberry is optimal to not hear the annoying low HP sound real. Tactical. I prepared for it. I'm glad that you're willing to acknowledge my genius, Izzy. And just confirming I updated Togedemaru. Good. The calculator now sees it as level 57. A thing that will definitely matter, I promise. I believe our next line only requires 3 Pokemon for a double battle, which is funny. I feel like Hannah doing Tori and Tia. Yeah. I'm not going to show you guys the calc for this one. I am going to run it over in my head really quickly, just to confirm. I don't want you to see it because it's a lot funnier if you don't. Because, yeah, okay. So, we open with you and you. It doesn't matter what you're equipped with. Okay. Does it matter if we kill you early? I don't believe it does. Because, yeah. There's a chance we get the kill, but it doesn't matter. We then guaranteed one hit KO you. In comes you. So turn 1, you're here. You click that move into this guy to stop him from doing this thing. Nothing is stopping it from flinching. And you outspeed the guy that wants to make you flinch. Cool. Then we swap you into you. It doesn't matter that this guy is targeting you because you are going to KO it before it gets the chance. In comes you. We click this move into you. You go do that. This guy comes in, has a move that can do big damage, but not nearly enough. And then with this item... Oop, not that. This item, we are guaranteed to KO you the turn you come in. Okay. Yeah, this is a funny fight. Okay, we're gonna bring you. Gonna bring you in case something goes wrong. We're gonna bring you in case something goes wrong. Maybe you. No, not you. Bring you in case something goes wrong. Okay. So, we need Kethri. Welcome abroad, Kefri. Kefler. And I can't say words. Grab Diosa. Grab Mordwin. In case of emergency, break Bird. Roserade's probably already on the team. Nemo's probably already on the team. Oh, nope, there's Roserade. I should always at least keep Nomo equipped with, like, a citrus berry, in case, like, Nomo can solve a situation by flip turning into something. Because realistically, there's no reason we have to always expect, like, Nomo is going to die. Yeah, we're going to give us a citrus into Nomus. Yeah, the only held item we need to worry about here is friggin' Miracle Seed. And even that's technically not mandatory. So we'll give a Miracle Seed to you. Give Kethri an emotional support Oranberry. Because Izzy, if I'm understanding something correctly, if a Pokemon has Fake Out and a Pokemon has Explosion, it will always go for Fake Out turn 1. It can never go for Explosion. Truly it does not matter what Diosa is holding. I don't think anything here has... Yeah, Psychic, Dazzling, Gleam, Energy Ball, Trick Room. Liquidation. Psychic, Focus Blast, Thunder, Trick Room, yeah. We can just give Diosa frickin' Mystic Water. Willow can have the Metal Coat. Rose can have an emotional support Citrus. Cool. Does not matter. At least so does Oranberry. Damn, high-key crazy that a Hitmonchan can just one-hit KO this guy with fucking Drain Punch, actually. I didn't even notice that. But we don't need it for that. You know, I just realized that I said I wasn't going to, like, spoil how this fight goes, but my notes are on the screen. So, oh well. We are going up against Ninja Boy, Takashi, and Dayton. I am genuinely wondering how many minutes we have spent backtracking and forth tracking through this goddamn route. It is truly incomprehensible why they didn't put a PC box and, like, a bed in the Wingle house, but it's kind of funny. If I'm being completely honest. Okay. I believe they're right up on this ledge. Is there any item over here? Like perhaps Misty Seeds? Delicious, delicious berries for me. Okay. Final item check. Oranberry, Mystic Water, Miracle Seed, Metal Coat, Citrus Berry, Citrus Berry. Doesn't matter who's in what slot, because these guys only have 2 Pokemon each. Alright, chat. You ready for some funny shit? You're about to see some funny shit. In comes Shiftry, in comes Oranguru. This Shiftry only knows 2 attacks, and the first one of them is Fake Out. Now the thing is, when it comes to using 2 moves that have priority, like Fake Out, the AI will choose, or turn order will then just be based on whoever has the higher speed. This Shiftry has, interestingly enough, 0 speed. So it has, yeah, wow, it has a 0 speed IV. Weird. And a minus speed nature. Why is that? Oh, I know why. So this Shiftry wants to click Fake Out because it's the only move it has, and it wants to click it into Kethri. Now, the thing is, that Oranguru has Trick Room, and it wants to set up Trick Room, and we don't want it to set up Trick Room. So, in order to stop it from setting up Trick Room, Kethri is going to click Fake Out into Oranguru. Diosa is just going to do a lot of damage into Oranguru with Liquidation. It's not a guaranteed KO. It could potentially, but I don't think it's gonna. And it doesn't matter if we KO it early, notably. So we're going to click Liquidation, we're going to Fake Out. Shiftry will Fake Out into Kethri, but it'll be after Kethri acts. I'm glad that I understood that correctly. Now, there is only one other move that Shiftry knows. Would anyone like to take a guess as to what that move is? We're going to swap Kethri to Mordwin. We are going to click Liquidation into Oranguru once more. Shiftry used Fake Out. Huh. I'll be honest, I didn't realize it could keep clicking Fake Out, even though it's ineffective. That's so strange. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Shiftry can no longer hurt our Pokemon. In comes Gardevoir, who is slower than Diosa, and Diosa one-hit KOs Gardevoir with Poltergeist. I guess Mordwin can click, like, Rapid Spin into Shiftry for the speed boost. And Diosa will click Poltergeist into Gardevoir. Shiftry's Fake Out. That's insane. I didn't realize that it would just keep clicking that. This anger is going to be real fast. So does Shiftry never boom then? So chat, for context, the only other move that Shiftry knows is Explosion. But it's not clicking it because Explosion doesn't do anything. So this is the fight that makes it really funny that we have 2 ghost types. Okay, fuck it. Mordwin gets +1 speed. Is it now faster than Wailord? It is. Okay, we don't even have to take damage from Wailord. Yeah, so I guess we click Rapid Spin and, like, Poltergeist? I don't know. What do you have? Silk Scarf? Yeah, I'll Poltergeist into you. Yeah. Huh. Originally, this fight only took 4 turns. Because I was just waiting for Shiftry to go boom. Well, Cool times, I guess. Yeah, so Diosa is fast as fuck. Or not Diosa, well, I mean, Diosa is fast as fuck, but now Mordwin's kind of fast as fuck. So originally, incoming is a Whale Lord with Water Spout and a Life Orb. Mordwin with, Grassy Glide and a Miracle Seed does like 97% into it, so it was a guaranteed KO after Life Orb chip. It doesn't even get to get Life Orbed because we're both attacking into the Whale Lord. Which is funny. Yeah, so this Whale Lord knows Water Spout, Surf, and also Explosion. We're gonna click Grassy Glide into it. We're gonna click Liquidation, or Poltergeist into it. Life Orb, why did that have a gem? Was it because we attacked Gardevoir earlier? Absolute cinema. You're surprisingly good. That I am. I love being pretty amazing, ho ho ho. Thanks, Santa. Okay. Shit, we're almost through. I guess we have 2 more fights, if Hannah's to be believed. And one of them we already have calced. The twinkle eyes in the Poltergeist animation has real teleports behind you energy. Chad, if I get sick, I'm blaming the carne asada fries I ate, like, 7 hours ago. You can immediately get, like, cold sick from carne asada fries, right? They can set in that fast? Alright. Talk to the lady, and we're actually going to take a real quick break because I need to pee. So, just a moment. I will be right back. Hannah, I'll be honest, only 9 kills is less than I thought that Basculegion would have taken at this point. Alright. So, next up, we have a kind of annoying fight. It shouldn't be too bad. So, basically, the thing is, it opens with a Skarmory that has Sturdy and a Custat Berry that really wants to get up hazards. It has Stealth Rocks and Spikes. It has Whirlwind to force your guys to bump into those spikes, and it has Brave Bird to do big damage to you. So what we have is an Electrode. Assuming we give it a Citrus Berry. Like, yeah. The kill leader this split is Rose with 10 for reference. That makes sense. So, we have Electrode. Electrode does 50% of Skarmory's max HP with Volt Switch. We have Lucario. Lucario outspeeds Skarmory and does more than 50% of its max HP with Aura Sphere. Now the thing is, Skarmory has a Custat Berry. It knows Brave Bird. Brave Bird can do recoil damage. It's really hard to predict what Skarmory's HP is going to be at the end of turn 1. It's possible that Electrode could crit, that Skarmory could crit, that Skarmory doesn't go for Brave Bird. There is a very slim chance that it could go for Brave Bird. We can't guarantee that it Brave Birds when Electrode's out because we can't show it a fast kill on Electrode. So the thing is, if Custat Berry procs, Custat Berry only procs at 25% of Skarmory's max HP. While holding a black belt, Lucario's Vacuum Wave does at least 27% of Skarmory's max HP. So Lucario can Aura Sphere to secure kill, or if Custat Berry has procced, its HP is low enough to secure kill with Vacuum Wave. It's likely to go for Stealth Rocks or Spikes turn 1. Regardless, every Pokemon on our team here, because let's see, we have Corviknight. Lucario won't be taking any hazards damage because it comes in before Skarmory can set the first set. So Electrode into Lucario, Corviknight back into Electrode, Gorobus. Hold on, wait. Into Lucario, go to Corviknight, go to Elec, Volt Switch to Bascu, that's right. We need Basculegion for another KO, and then we have Gorobus, and then we have Roserade. And just making sure you show that. Lucario does not show kill to Flapple. Okay, so we do the shuffle. Skarmory goes down, Lucario is on the field with a variable amount of HP. We could be at full HP because hazards, that's what's most likely. It could go for Brave Bird. Thank you for your 15 stream streak, Rose. I really appreciate that. So, it could go for Brave Bird, it could go for Brave Bird and crit. No matter what, Lucario will be alive at the end of it. Once that happens, Mantine is going to come in. Because Lucario, well... Hold on. Yeah, I believe because if Lucario has taken damage from Skarmory, it will have dropped our HP low enough, 45%, to show a KO to Mantine on Hurricane. Or, if we haven't taken damage from Skarmory, Pikachu will see that even though we're slower than it, it can't one-hit KO us, while we can one-hit KO it with close combat. I'm just gonna check my thing real quick to make sure that's correct. It shouldn't matter, is the thing. I don't believe what, like, switch in order matters for this fight, but we do have it planned a specific way. Let me just confirm. AI Pokemon is faster than the players and one-hit KOs it. That is not Pikachu, and if it is Pikachu, it is also Mantine. AI Pokemon is slower than the players, but O-Codes it and is not O-Code. That is not true. It does get O-Code. AI Pokemon is faster than the players and deals more damage than it takes. That is not true. AI Pokemon is slower and deals more damage than it takes. That is not true. AI Pokemon is faster than the players, so it will always go to Mantine. Because we do less damage to Mantine than Mantine does to us. So Mantine will come in. It will likely click Hurricane. There is a chance it clicks Scald if we got hit by Brave Bird. We swap to Corviknight. Corviknight's going to hold a Citrus Berry. Because it's Flying Steel type, Corviknight only loses 1/8 of its max HP to Stones. Should we get Stones plus crit Scald, it should drop our HP low enough we never get dropped into a range where Corviknight shows it a kill with Hurricane. So we take Scald damage, we bait Scald, we swap back into Electrode. Electrode does not take a lot of damage from Scald. It doesn't matter if Electrode gets burned by Scald because Volt Switch is a special move. Electrode comes in, is able to Volt Switch for 56%, and it is faster than Mantine. It will bait a Hurricane. We send in Basculegion, who lives Spikes damage plus Hurricane damage, and can hold a Persimberry in case Hurricane confuses it. We can then secure KO with Poltergeist. Likely next in is Flapple. Flapple will see that it will have a KO on Basculegion with Grav Apple, because lowest roll on Hurricane, 99 damage. Let me confirm. Or hold on. Yeah, lowest damage on Hurricane, 170 from Grav Apple. So that is, hold on, sorry. 248 minus 170 is 78. Lowest roll on Hurricane is in the 90s. So it will see Basculegion, it will go for Grav Apple. There is a chance that it could go for Dragon Rush. Either way, we swap to Nomo. Nomo... Why did I think that Nomo was safe to come in here? Wait, what? Nomo absolutely dies to crit Grav Apple. April, what the fuck were you thinking? Or is it Roserade for this part? No, it's not Roserade, because Roserade can die to crit Dragon Rush. What made me think... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, that doesn't affect anything. Just making sure that doesn't change anything. Just making sure this doesn't change anything. Wait, what made me think that Gorobus could answer this guy? The main thing is that Basculegion makes sure that it doesn't go for Dragon Dance. Okay, hold on. So maybe we need a different guy. Hold on. Okay. Can't be Kingdra. Can't be Garchomp. Could be... Oh, it's Gunk Shot. Well, Megahorn's also inaccurate. And we're slower than it, so we could get up Substitute. Nomo, what made me think you lived this? And we can't use Walrein because we're slower. Okay, Gyarados could do it. Because Gyarados would take a quarter of its max HP from Stealth Rock. It's just confirming, if you are 1 times weak, Stealth Rock is a quarter. Yep. Just confirming Gyarados' resistance profile. Water. Flying. Weak to Rock. Yeah, that being said, Dragon Rush does at most 150. We lose 50 HP. We always live crit Dragon Rush or crit Grav Apple plus Stealth Rock's damage. Okay. Sorry, Nomo. I thought you got to get used for once. You don't. This was really funny. And then, yeah, we don't have Roserade for this fight. We have Kingdra. Okay. So, Gyarados can swap in. It has Ice Fang. Ice Fang, I don't believe, can miss. Oh, also, I do have to consider Intimidate. Drops, Oh, those are both toggle to crit. Yeah. Intimidate also drops damage. Either way, so Gyarados can come in, outspeed, KO. Okay, so hold on. Swap to Gyer. OHKO with I. Fang. Yeah, we want to make sure that we're controlling for Flapple, that it doesn't ever go for Dragon Dance. And thankfully, it won't ever go for a setup move if it sees a KO, which it always will with Grav Apple. So yeah, Gyarados comes in, lives crit, lives stones, KOs with Ice Fang, In comes Pikachu. Pikachu sees KO with any move, which is fine. We have equipped Kingdra with a Cherry Berry, in case it clicks Thunder and we get paralyzed. Crit Thunder does at most 80. One layer of spikes does an eighth of your max HP. So I believe Kingdra is always safe from Stealth Rocks or one layer of spikes. 184 divided by 8 is 23. 184 minus 23 is 161. Thunder does at most 148. Kingdra outspeeds Pikachu, KOs with Octazooka. Okay. Equip Orb, equip Luca, equip Basque, equip King. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what we give to Gyarados. We can give him emotional support Oran Berry. Yeah, I believe this line is water type. And again, if Pikachu comes in early, it doesn't matter because Kingdra always swaps it in KOs. I guess the only thing would be like if Flapple somehow came in early, but Lucario outspeeds it in 2-hit KOs with Aura Sphere, so it shouldn't be able to set up Dragon Dance. It could set up Substitute, but again, Flapple's never coming in. There are 2 Pokemon on the team that are faster than Lucario that aren't Flapple. Okay, grab Electrode. Grab Lucario. Grab Corviknight. Grab Basculegion. Grab Gyarados. Grab Kingdra. Man, I'm so bummed out that Nomo doesn't actually get to get a kill. I was so excited for him. Diosa, you need a Person Berry, I think, right? Black Belt to Talon. Give Citrus Berry to Willow. Give Person Berry. Believe it or not, I used Huntail recently in the Politoed fight I was calcing, so never lose hope. Maybe. Person Berry to Basculegion. Cherry Berry on Kingdra. It's so funny that Dragon Rush max roll crit plus Stealth Rocks is 1 HP away from killing Gyarados. Am I dumb, or is circumfery a pun on circumference? Yes, it is a pun on circumference. I'm also going to give circumfery a Citrus Berry in case something goes wrong. It shouldn't, but it could. And an emotional support Oran Berry for Aramaya. Because if I am correct, Ice Fang is perfectly accurate in this mod. It is. It's such a long walk. I am stunned also that we are only an hour and a half into this stream and we've gotten so many fights done already. Like, this part of the game feels so different. Just making sure about something. Let's switch. You're holding the black belt, right, bud? Yeah. Okay, that's the bird keeper with only one bird. Final check. Bridge Rival is after Weather Institute, right? It is. Surf Sim, Box Enhancement are in generally pretty easy fights. It's a fun combo. It really is such a nice little, like, victory lap after Winona. Just confirming, like, all of Circumfery's attacks. Yeah, Volt Switch does that. Aura Sphere does that. There. You always bait that. You take that really well, can use that. Go into that, outspeed and kill with that. Let's make sure we don't have Mystic Water on you for the calcs. Because we don't have Mystic Water. We actually have, heckin' Persimberry. Hold on, I want to make sure that everyone's items are properly reflected in the calculator as I do this. Export, import. Cherry berry, good. Black belt, citrus, cool. Okay. Let's go. So, first things first, Metal Bird. Metal Bird is fast, but not crazy fast, and we have several guys with Swift Swim. Sir Comfrey is going to weaken Skarmory with a Volt Switch. We would prefer that Skarmory set up spikes. It just does less damage to our guys. We swap in Talon. We'd prefer most that it go for Brave Bird, but it won't. Cool, okay. Spikes only hits grounded Pokemon. All of our guys took exactly like the only guy who took enhanced damage was Gyarados. Now Gyarados takes nothing. We did not proc its Custat Berry. Lucario is faster than Skarmory and KOs with Aura Sphere. Crit mattered. Now, next in line, nothing on their team sees a one-hit KO into us, so we should bait in Mantine. Okay. Mantine is likely to go for Hurricane. It could go for Scald. We would prefer it go for Hurricane, but it really doesn't matter. We swap to Willow. Willow takes no damage from spikes because she's a flying type. Nice. We don't care if Hurricane confuses. Willow is just here to bait Scald. All right. It now sees that its highest damaging move is always Scald, so we get to swap Willow into Sir Comfrey. Take a little bit of damage from spikes. It's okay if we get burned by Scald. Because a Volt Switch is a special move, we do not need to worry about the damage being reduced. Okay. Volt Switch does over half of its max HP. We are always baiting Hurricane. And of course, Circumfery is just naturally faster than Mantine in Rain. We send in Diosa, Gesundheit, who has a Persim Berry in case of Hurricane Confuse and outspeeds thanks to Swift Swim. Youch. Okay. We outspeed KO with Poltergeist. Get pecked, idiot. Nice. Now, next in line should be Flapple, because neither of their Pokemon are faster than Basculegion. And they both see KO. In comes the notorious Flap. Flapple has Ripen and a Lychee Berry. Ripen says if you consume a berry, you get double its effects. A Lychee Berry increases your attack stat if you get dropped to a quarter of your max HP. It's got Substitute, Dragon Dance, and then 2 high-power stab moves. Because our HP is so low, it really wants to kill us with Grav Apple. So we are going to swap Diosa to Aramaya. Aramaya takes no damage from spikes. And we get off and Intimidate for fun. Grav Apple, notably, always drops your defense by 1. And it does extra damage if you are in Gravity, which is funny. So our defense is at -1. Either way, we one-hit KO with Ice Fang. Dragon, Grass type, quad weak to Ice. And lastly, the funniest bird on the entire team. That's right. It's Pikachu. Pikachu has Thunder, Fly, Surf, Knock Off. It sees a one-hit KO with Thunder. Thunder is, of course, perfectly accurate in Rain. We are going to swap to Kingdra, who always lives high roll, critical hit, Thunder plus Spikes damage. We swap to Ella Atea. She has a Cherry Berry in case of paralysis. Youch. Glad we have Cherry Berry. Because of Rain, we are both faster than Pikachu and are able to one-hit KO it with Octazooka. Get fucking got, idiot. And that is the last of our pre-calced fights. Are there any items over here? I am saving the game to go glance over here for items. I don't think I can accidentally trip into a trainer battle, but you never know. Because I assume that's her up there. We walk very gently, very slowly. Anything with the item finder? No. Yeah, okay, it's just that. Back we go. So yeah, I guess one more fight and then we get to the Weather Institute, which is really scary. We're out of the permanent rain, which is sadly a debuff to Basculegion. I gotta say though, I'm really glad Basculegion did in fact exactly fill the role that we needed Arrokuda for. Thankfully, Arrokuda is not, or Barraskewda is not mandatory for Bridge Rival. I think we have most of the tools that make Bridge Rival pretty straightforward, which is good. So Basculegion was able to be our... I'm sorry, wait, can you... Huh. I didn't know that if you held B, you got run speed on water. The game's not... My controller died. I'm like, did I bug the game? No. No, I didn't do that. Hold on. Why did I braid this cable? There was no reason to do that. But I did it anyways. There we go. There's other chance for Scuda, right? Probably, but like, we got the main thing we needed. Interesting. We're not able to... Okay. I think I have to reload the emulator. Save the game. Yeah, I just gotta really quickly close this and reopen it, because I think it's disconnected from my controller. Magiba. Emulator, you mean you're totally real MGPA? No, I mean emulator. We're out here doing crime, baby. Hot girl crime. Based. Alright. And once again, we did not need to use any of the citrus berries we equipped our guys with. Every citrus berry we don't use is a citrus berry we can use in a different fight later. Shelly coded, what, doing hot girl crime? Chat, I want to roll at the casino so bad, but I can't. But I cannot. Alright, next trainer. Parasol Lady Coco. Parasol Lady Coco. Notes. Opens. Bear. You might note that Barraskewda is fast as fuck. It's got Swift Swim in the rain. It has a speed of 372. Yeah. Okay. This fight is probably the most substantial in the route, not necessarily the hardest depending on the box, but it asks the most of you. It's kind of what I'm picking up on. Thankfully, well, okay, I'm not going to say thankfully. The very beginning bit that I looked at seems pretty straightforward. So, Barraskewda here, Liquidation, Flip Turn, Close Combat, Psychic Fangs, and a Mystic Water. If we send in Gyarados, it wants to click Liquidation. We always one-hit KO with Giga Drain. I think in theory, if we equip Torterra with the Citrus Berry and Giga Drain, we like exit Barraskewda with nearly full HP. We of course will could potentially suffer defense drop, but the thing is, Roserade does not have any physical moves, and Rotom does not have any physical moves. Jinx only, and Jinx one-hit KOs with Freeze Dry and outspeeds. So I believe we can guarantee that Freeze Dry Jinx is what comes in second. This Jinx is fast as fuck though, 152 speed. It has Life Orb and Dry Skin. Dry Skin makes it so that it heals in the rain. So, I did learn from Hannah, because Freeze Dry can freeze you, but I believe if you are frozen and you click Flare Blitz, it does thaw you out. Yeah, the user thaws out if it is frozen. So, what's the highest amount of damage Barraskewda can do into Torterra? Is 141. So let's say we have 210 HP minus 141 drops us to 69. We kill it with Giga Drain, taking half of its max HP, which is 161, so that would be 80. So the lowest HP we would ever be here is at 149. Roserade sees 121. Rotom sees 145. So we are always baiting Jinx Freeze Dry. Because yeah, we're also never baiting Psychic. And we're always baiting Freeze Dry over Substitute or Lovely Kiss because it always sees a fast kill. So, open with Tort OHKO with G drain. Swap to JYNX. Yeah, Rapidash doesn't even need any, like, held items in order to beat Jinx, which is pretty cool. Oh, wait, hold on. If we give Rapidash the Muscle Band, we can actually click Fire Lash instead of Flare Blitz. And then if we get Frozen, we can, well, yeah. Because if we get Frozen, we can click Flare Blitz. Otherwise, yeah, we could just swap in and click Fire Lash. So... swap to Rappy if Frozen, OHKO with F Blitz, if not OHKO with F Lash. Swap to, I imagine it's probably going to be Rotom. Yeah, with Muscle Band, we show a fast one-hit KO to Roserade. You're learning a new song on the piano. What song is it, Rose? Yeah, we're definitely baiting Hydro Pump Rotom Wash next. Could be Hydro Pump or Thunder. Because we need the Muscle Band to get the guaranteed Fire Lash kill. We could just grab a Citrus Berry, because, like, lowest roll on Freeze Dry is 40. But if it crits... I mean, if it crits, it's not doing that much extra damage. I assume, yeah, Goodra doesn't outspeed. Okay, so in comes Rotom Wash. It's clicking either Hydro Pump or Thunder. If we could guarantee the switch in on Thunder, we could bring Torterra back in. You could be good here. Oh, we could just swap in Roserade and Oko with Leaf Storm. Bring a Cherry Berry in case of Thunder. Because it's never going for Will-O-Wisp, obviously. Our HP will never be low enough to proc Volt Switch, even if it, like, crits us and we have to click Flare Blitz. Okay. So yeah, bring Roserade. I wonder, yeah. Moonsetter? Oh, Moonsetter, wait, what? Oh, Moonsetter from Homestuck LOL never got to where it plays in Homestuck, but I've had it in my playlist for a couple of years. I've never been a Homestuck. My wife has. She probably knows better than I, or she certainly might know what it is. Swap to... Oh, you're fine then. Yeah, so we need to equip Rapidash with at least a Muscle Band. Charcoal. Oh, yeah. Okay. EQUIP. Rappy with charcoal. Equip Rose with Cherry Berry. Okay. Yeah. So it's always going to be Rotom Wash. It's never going to click Will-O-Wisp. And even if it does, that wouldn't matter. Free swap to Roserade. One-hit KO with Leaf Storm. We need the Cherry Berry in case of Thunder. So swap to Roto W. Swap to Rose. OHKO with L Storm. It could be Roserade. It's likely... Well, hold on. We do more damage to Roserade than it does to us, but it outspeeds. Goodra does more damage to us than we do to it. So, like, if you crit, that's 54%. I think it would need to crit max roll in order to bait Roserade in, instead of Goodra. I do, 1 million damage, by the way. You certainly do enough. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's probably going to be... Ooh. Annoyingly, though, with our special... Oh, wait, hold on. If we're using Leaf Storm, our special attack will be at -2. So we will probably bait in Roserade. Because, yeah, if I get crit by Hydro Pump, lowest roll on Hydro Pump is 71. 155 minus 71 is 84. It's weird. Toxic Poison is infinite damage if you think about it. Real. Real and true. What if we just had, like, Hidden Power Ice? What if... Damn, that Goodra's tanky as fuck. What? Yeah, but, like, my god. Aquatail, Rest Curse. Okay. I'm pretty sure... Like, there's maybe a very specific range of damage that we take from Rotom, where we bait in Goodra instead of Roserade. But ideally, if we're in a situation where we're baiting in Goodra instead of Roserade... The issue is if it goes for Curse turn 1, is the main thing. Thankfully, bringing in Gyarados can at least mitigate the attack raise, but... then again, so can swapping in Granbull. Because if it uses Curse, it'll get a -1 to its speed, so we become faster. If we have Pixie Plate, yeah, it'll get, like, the +1 to its defense, but we can still beat it in the 1v1. Because if it curses, it only gets the defense boost. We still 2-hit KO with Play Rough. If it attacks the turn we swap in, it can't curse because we 1-hit KO with Play Rough. And it'll be attacking with Dragon Claw, which we'll take no damage from. So I think Duchess is the answer here. Which means we can dedicate 2 Pokemon to fighting Roserade, depending on... Because Weather Ball into another Weather Ball would be bad. We obviously can't swap Talonflame into Weather Ball. Gyarados is slower. What outspeeds and kills this bitch? So, like, let's assume Roserade baited in other Roserade. It's always going to go for Sludge Bomb, at which point we can send in Corviknight to kill. Though we might want Talonflame. No, that's... Sludge Bomb could kill Talonflame. Yeah, so we would want to send in Corviknight, because no Sludge Bomb damage. We could get a Citrus Berry in case of crit Weather Ball. And then, like, pre-tox Corviknight. Because we would always take at least 1 Weather Ball. And we would need to be pre-status to prevent Sleep Powder. Like, I'm wondering with Roserade if there's someone we could swap to like, always bait a specific move. Kingdra, actually. Okay. Because, yeah, Kingdra swaps in, takes Sludge Bomb. Kingdra's always baiting either Sludge Bomb or Grass Knot. And Grass Knot does not do a lot to Corviknight. Like... If we had a if we had a way to get Electrode in safely, we could, like, Volt Switch into Basculegion, who always baits Sludge Bomb, and then KO with Psychic Fangs if we got, like, a Twisted Spoon. Nomo takes way too much damage. Because, like, if it's Duchess on the field, it could kind of be anything. If it's Roserade, it's never Sleep Powder, because Roserade is a Grass type. So the nice thing is we never have to worry about Sleep Powder on Switch turn, because if Duchess is on the field, it sees KO with Sludge Bomb. If Roserade is on the field, it's a Grass type, and thus can't be subject to Sleep Powder. I could also just give Corviknight like a Chesto Berry, right? Kingdra into Talonflame? No, because if Roserade clicks Sludge Bomb and crits, Talonflame dies. And also, our only damage source is Brave Bird. Given a Citrus Berry functionally heals the damage we would take from Brave Bird. Because, yeah, like, if it's Duchess, we can swap into Kingdra. And we're kind of fine. Because, like, even if we get hit by critical hit Grass Knot, it never drops us low enough to show Weather Ball KO. So we swap in Corviknight on a Grass Knot or a Sludge Bomb. We would need a Citrus Berry in order to live critical hit Weather Ball. I really don't like this answer. I think the answer is just like a pre-toxic Gyarados with Wide Lens, right? Gyarados can swap into all of its moves. We're never baiting Grass Knot on Roserade, which is its highest damage. Yeah, like... Okay, hold on. 201... Maybe not. 201 divided by 16 is 12. So, turn 1, we would take... Hold on. So I assume Eldegoss always dies to that, yeah. I could do something kind of funny. Like swap to Corviknight on a non-Weather Ball. I'd need to be pre-statused, so that way it doesn't try to go for Sleep Powder. But I could then swap into Eldegoss. Hell, honestly, I could theoretically PP stall Sludge Bomb and Sleep Powder until it eventually goes for it, right? Because Roserade will only ever click Sludge Bomb into Eldegoss, and will only ever click a damage move into Corviknight that Eldegoss then drops its speed on, right? So, like, let's say Roserade is out. We know it's not going for Sleep Powder. We know it's going to go for Sludge Bomb. So we could swap to Corviknight. Corviknight comes out. It either has to go for Weather Ball or Sleep Powder. So we swap to Eldegoss. Eldegoss then baits Sludge Bomb, but at this point it'll be at -1 speed. We can swap back and forth infinitely until it eventually attacks Eldegoss. And then Corviknight comes in and gets the KO and outspeeds after 1 speed drop. I don't think it's too awful of a plan. And Goodra's never going to be going for Aqua Tail into Roserade. It would only ever be Dragon Claw. So Duchess would only ever need to suffer 1 Aqua Tail. It's a high grit move, but that's fine. Yeah. And again, if it uses Curse, it makes itself slower than us. So again, we only need to suffer 1 Aqua Tail, even if it takes us a 2-hit KO. Okay. I think that's the line. Weird, kind of involved, but it's modular based on what happens with Roserade. Doesn't matter what we equip Torterra with. Kind of crazy that that's its damage ranges into Torterra. Kind of funny. Okay. So we will assume swap to Rose while Roserade is on the field. It'll go for Sludge Bomb. Swap to Corv. Yeah, there's never a situation where this Roserade is clicking Weather Ball. Swap to Goss. Repeat step 1 and 2 until Cotton down procs once. Swap to Corv OHKO with a bird. Swap to Good. Good. Okay. So swap to Goodra. Swap to Gran Bowl. Yeah, Rest Curse. And if it uses Rest, ooh, Hydration, Leftovers. I think we're fine. Does Hydration cure it at the end of turn? Oh yeah, because it's in the rain. At the end of each turn, yeah. So it can spam Rest, but Rest will never, like, even if it gets the +1 defense boost, like, it'll run, like, theoretically, it'll run out of Rests before we run out of Play Roughs. Right? Like, yeah, Rest has 8 PP. Okay, and Play Rough is perfectly accurate, right? I saw 90 and 100, and I'm like, no, it's power 90, accuracy 100. And there's also just a chance that every time we use Play Rough, we drop its attack. Swap to Gran. 1 to 2, hit KO with P Rough. Equip Rose with Cherry Berry. Equip Gran with Pixie Plate. Equip Elda and Corv. Looking at Roserade here. I'm going to equip Corviknight with a Citrus Berry just in case. Because it is possible that if Goodra comes in, it could go for Weather Ball into Granbull. So we want to make sure that Corviknight like, can take Weather Ball, like a critical hit Weather Ball, plus the amount of recoil that Brave Bird does. So we equip both of them with the Citrus, because it'll never Sleep Powder on Granbull, because it already sees a kill. And then, yeah. Okay. This should work. This should work. We'll give Torterra an Oranberry just to make sure. I know that we did the math that we can never bait in anything other than Jinx, but we'll give Torterra an Oranberry just to make sure. Nice to see Rapidash get some use finally. Rosa Raid. Granbull. And then Corvagas. The funniest tag team of the century. Because I am correct, Hannah, right? Powder moves don't work on grass types. Like, I'm not dumb about that. That's correct? Cool. Give Oranberry Turtle. Give Charcoal. Takamian. Give Cherry Berry. To Rose. Give Pixie Plate. To Duchess. And then a Citrus Berry for Corviknight and Eldegoss. Okay. I believe I understand the Corviknight math correctly. Or the Goodra math correctly. I'm worried that I don't. I'm gonna double check Curse in the AI document. Yeah, okay, I think Curse is considered general setup. Yeah. Again, ideally we show Goodra a kill when it comes in. Oh, and I suppose I should confirm, Goodra into Corviknight would go for Aqua Tail, theoretically. I actually hadn't considered if we do properly get Goodra in last. Shit. Because it could go for Aqua Tail. But it could also go for Curse because it's faster and we don't one-hit KO. There's no way to, like... Shoot! Hold on. Back to the drawing board. 1 second. Fuck me. Because, like, Granbull could very realistically get double crit by Aqua Tail. Because we drop its attack. Like, we come in, we drop its attack. Like, and even if, well, if we get a non-crit into a crit, we're fine. Like, yeah, I hadn't considered. Oh, can Garchomp just come in and kill it? Wait. Okay, we're chill. Yeah. If it goes for Curse, like, we're fine. I think it matches up into it better than Gramble does. Yeah. We take a Dragon Claw on the switch. Okay. Varley back at it again, saving the run. Sorry, Gramble. Swap to Gark. 1 to 2 hit KO with the claw. Okay. Well, thankfully that was an easier fix than I thought it was going to be. Good catch, me. Thanks, me. Like, it theoretically wasn't doomed. I'm pretty sure Goodra was pretty heavily incentivized to go for Curse if it came in on Corviknight. And we're definitely able to beat it with Granbull if it curses turn 1. But yeah. Let's just get that Dragon Claw back. Dragon Fang on Varley. And Hannah, after we clear this fight, are we safe to just go into the Weather Institute? Like, no one will suddenly challenge us to a battle? We're safe to, like, go inside and use their bed and PC. You okay over there? 1 second, chat. Chat, my wife is suffering. Nose ring troubles. Lauren, Charcoal, Jerry, Dragon, Citrus, Citrus. I'm wondering... Okay, hold on. I'm going to do something really quickly. Roserade, PP. I'm going to track the Roserade, or the move PP on Roserade, just to make sure I know what we're dealing with at any given point. Sludge Bomb is Weather Ball. Sleep Powder. Grass Knot. how much PP do these moves have? Sludge Bomb has 16 because it's in the top slot. Weather Ball has 10. Is Sleep Powder 5? Ooh, Sleep Powder is 15. Thankfully, it'll run out of sleep powers before it sleep powders before it runs out of sludge bombs. I think that was the main thing we had to be concerned about. The Grass Knot is 20. Again, we're not like trying to PP stall it or anything. We just want to make sure that we don't accidentally like use up all of its PP of one move and then swap in on something that we're not expecting. Because theoretically, we could get really unlucky. Okay. Bye, Rose. Item check. Oranberry, Charcoal, Cherry Berry, Dragon Fang, Citrus Berry, Citrus Berry. Alright, mildly scary fight time. Out comes Barraskewda, out comes Turtle. Barraskewda really wants to kill Turtle with Liquidation. Well, it's not going to kill, but it wants to do a lot of damage. So it's going to click Liquidation. We are going to click Giga Drain, which is always a one-hit KO. Doesn't matter if it drops our defense. We took 6 on that. That was one of the higher possible rolls. Crit mattered. 164, we should always be baiting in Jinx Freeze Dry. Out comes Jinx. It's going to click Freeze Dry, has a 10% chance to freeze. Does not matter if it does, we swap to Camion. Camion takes at most 26% without crit. Okay, no freeze. That means we are able to get one-hit KO with Fire Lash. Oh, that's clever. Life Orb plus Dry Skin in Rain. Yeah, Fire Lash with Charcoal does a minimum of 111%. Jinx has no priority moves. And we are very fast. I believe we always bait in Rotom Wash. It is the only thing that sees a immediate KO on Rapidash. Okay. Rotom wants to click Hydro Pump. It does not see a KO with Thunder, and it cannot use Will-O-Wisp because we are a Fire type. We are going to swap to Roserade, who will take, at most, a little over 50% if Hydro Pump crits. It has Levitate and a Lumberry. Oh, nice, it missed. Cool. The more HP we have, the better, in case something goes wrong. We are going to click a Leaf Storm. Guaranteed one-hit KO, drops our special attack by 2 stages. I believe because of that, we should see Rotom next, Roserade next, because Roserade is faster than Roserade, and does more damage than it takes because of our stat drop. Correct. Okay. Because we are a grass type, Roserade cannot click Sleep Powder. It wants to click Sludge Bomb. So we are going to swap, and we always show highest damage as Sludge Bomb. So we are going to swap to Corviknight, who takes no damage from Sludge Bomb. Can't hurt us. Now, it wants to click either Weather Ball or Sleep Powder. We are going to swap to Eldegoss until it clicks Weather Ball. Need to note that it has used up one Sludge Bomb. So we swap to Pari. It'll never go for Sludge Bomb because Willow's immune. Has used one Sleep Powder. Pari always shows that highest damage move is Sludge Bomb, so we swap back to Corviknight, and because Pari is a grass type, it will never click Sleep Powder. Sludge Bomb. And again, I think it's a 50-50 on whether or not it clicks Weather Ball or Sleep Powder. Might be slightly higher priority for Sleep Powder, but I think we just have to wait until we get the 1 in 5 for Weather Ball. Or again, until it just runs out of Sleep Powder PB. The nice thing is we are also just PP stalling Sleep Powder, which is another way to beat this thing. If we can guarantee that Willow can't be put to sleep, we are in the money. Okay, we're down to 13 each. This is my first ever PP stall, depending on how this goes. Weather Ball. Okay. Weather Ball does at most 24%. We never take so much damage that we bait anything other than Sludge Bomb. Yeah. It still sees that its highest damage is that. It is now also slower than Eldegoss, notably. The main thing, though, is that it is slower than Corviknight. Perfect. And now that we're faster, we can use Brave Bird without needing to worry about being put to sleep. We take some recoil, but not that much. Roserade doesn't have a lot of HP. And lastly, in comes Goodra. I think Goodra's very likely to click Curse this turn. I'm not sure if it's guaranteed. Why does it do so much with Dragon Claw into Garchomp? Oh no, did we fuck up? Oh, we might have fucked up. Is it because I had it set to -1? It's because I had it set to -1. Oh shit. Okay. That's not good. That's really not good. Okay. If it doesn't click Curse this turn, we're fine. If it does, we die to a crit. Varley does. We can then secure KO afterwards, I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Yeah, Roserade can secure KO. But that'd be really unfortunate if Varley died. So we are going to swap in Varley. We would love to see it use Aqua Tail. Okay. It has boosted both of its stats. Its speed is now down. We no longer one-hit KO with Dragon Claw. If it crits us with Dragon Claw, we die. Okay. Aqua Tail, Dragon Claw, no priority moves, we win. Fucking shit, dude. Alright, that was so dumb of me. That was so dumb. Thank God. With Dragon Claw. Get KO. Another riskless fight for the team! Jesus. I don't want to keep flying. I'm tired after that. Oh, God. So I think... yeah, there are guys over there. We can't pass them. I save the game. If I get engaged with something, I reserve the right to reload. I'm just exploring to see if there are any, like, items or stuff up here. Hannah, am I safe to walk into the Weather Institute and use a bed? Do I need to backtrack all the way, or am I good to just... Institute is at least available as a home base now? Nice. I feel warm. Oh, sleeping everyone went upstairs. Huh? Let's take a rest. And if I'm correct, there is no more permanent rain. God, I can't believe I nearly lost Marley to a crit. Ugh. All right, no more sloppy. We got too comfortable. We got too comfortable with that route. We have to be fucking... we are shipshape with these lines. Double check, triple check, quadruple check. All right, Aqua Grunt 1. Tough Claws Bright Powder, oh boy. Oh, I love you, Roserade. I love you, thing that hits really hard with Magical Leaf. Yep, it's got no way to stop you. How many things on this team have Bright Powder? 2. Quick Claw. No held item on Scolipede? Hold on, does no held item on Scolipede mean King's Rock? I think no held item on Scolipede means King's Rock. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun time. Okay. Analytic. Contrary. Oh god. Psycho Cut. Cool. I do love... Chat, we're dealing with a Malamar. Hold on. So there's a Malamar in this fight, and it is, like, the second reason you want a Flygon with First Impression. Silver Powder makes First Impression a one-hit KO. We just need to pre-damage Roserade enough to guarantee Psycho Cut. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Ooh. Or we could just pre-toxic Flygon. Because we can't pre-damage Roserade to a point where it guarantees that Malamar clicks Psycho Cut, but Starmie doesn't also then get baited in. Yeah. So we have to note that this here Scolipede does not have no item. It has a King's Rock. Because it wants to just make us flinch. Which is not fun. Rock Slide, Smart Strike, Sword Stance. This Starmie is a demon due to analytic bug. Oh, yeah. I'm probably going to need to get a guy with Mach Punch, Bullet Seed, Rock Tomb, Spore. Bright Powder. Yeah, we probably want to get a guy with Aerial Ace. Because I think our only sure hit move on the team right now is Magical Leaf. It's just a question of who do we give Aerial Ace to? What happens if I use Defog on a guy with Bright Powder? Wait. Using Defog on a Pokemon. Oh, wait. Or I could also technically, well, Bullets. It probably kills Basculegion. It's not that fast. Hold on. Basculegion, where are you? Berry. Yeah, Bullet Seed does a lot of damage. Because I'm like, oh, it has Bright Powder, but Poltergeist ignores accuracy check. Doesn't matter. And obviously, we can't bring in Corviknight, because Spore. Altaria's too slow. Although we could make it fast. Which would make it fast enough. Natural Cure is funny, because we can just swap out. Defog negates the Bright Powder. Defog is a full stage of evasion down compared to 10% Bright Powder. Okay, I thought... Okay, yeah, 0.9. Okay, so in theory, I could bring in something that's capable of living hits and getting off Defog. Because Encore isn't perfectly accurate, is it? Yeah, no, just accuracy, 100%. I could, in theory, though I do have to think about the fact that if I swap in Talonflame, or like, if I swap in something that's faster than it, that shows one-hit KO, it does kind of force it to spam Mach Punch. So I just presumably need to get, like, yeah. Okay. Especially as long as it doesn't see KO. Okay, regardless, let's at least get the start of this fight. That being said, though, I am considering calling the stream a little early tonight. I'm not feeling super great, just because, like, I think I might be some kind of sick. And that last fight got my nerves all fucky. Aqua, Weather, Grunt, number 1. Notes. Because, like, I could also just teach one of my guys Aerial Ace. I'm not too far off from getting the Aerial Ace TM. Oh, could I teach to Gyarados? Might be an improvement over Bounce. Hell, fucking Garchomp can get it. That's cool. Super fair, these fights are really tough and tricky. I was gonna say, kind of want to just, like, have a nice, easy time. I'm so sad that... Oh, wow! Lucario takes fucking no damage from this guy. But because of speed boost, it's basically impossible to lock it out of setup AI. God, what a demon. So I don't have any inner focus guys, which is a bit of a problem. Like, out of curiosity, what happens if I just keep swapping back and forth between... Well, I suppose as long as I have something that shows a slow one-hit KO, it won't set up Swords Dance. I'm trying to think, like... You bait Smart Strike, which Gyarados doesn't take a lot of damage from, and Gyarados baits Rock Slide. Because I'm thinking, like, swapping back and forth between Gyarados and Granbull, right? To get some Intims off. Screech is funny. As soon as we get its defense to -2, it stops setting up Sword Stance. Even then, if it gets to +6, the most it can do is... Well, that's only 3 hit pin missile, to be fair. But yeah, like... Metal Coat... Doesn't make it a one-hit KO, but at the very least it shows one-hit KO. Unfortunately, the move it is incentivized to use into Steelix the most is Pin Missile, which has the most crazy high flinch chance. Out of curiosity. Probability calculator. So, 10% chance 5 times is only a 40% chance to flinch. Interesting. Does speed boost buff gyro ball damage? You're so fucking right. That's hilarious. Wait. Oh my god, turn its boosts against it. Yeah, wait. Okay. It maxes at +1, but yeah, we don't even need Metal Coat. Like, +1 speed boost, -2 defense drop, guarantees KO. That's really funny. I'm so worried about Starmie analytics, specifically in regards to Switch-in AI. Greninja, you outspeed this thing? Fucking wacko shit. I need to make sure that it goes for Psychic, but theoretically that does mean that Greninja can come in. In theory, if I'm able to dedicate 2 Pokemon to Starmie, like one to swap to stall turn for analytic. Like friggin'... At the very least, that Thunderbolt theoretically only kills Guaranteed if it actually got Analytic off. But yeah, so what? It would be Pretox Flygon to swap into Malamar. It's always on Psycho Cut. First Imp kills. Doesn't matter if we get crit by Psycho Cut. Can it go for superpower turn 1? Because... No, probably not, because it sees kill with Psycho Cut, right? Well, it doesn't guarantee see kill with Psycho Cut, which could be problematic. Because it has contrary, so superpower is always considered a boosting move. We do show fast 2-hit KO with Leaf Storm. I don't know if that stops it from setting up, though. Difficult to fully understand. Yeah. I do think I need to be done for the night. Not too many folks are hanging out right now. I'm just not feeling super hot, and I think I need as much rest as possible. And again, I'll probably ask some questions, figure out what I'm doing. So, friends, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, I have been April, she has been May, you have been incredible. I forgot to say, tomorrow's stream, not going to be in the morning time slot, should be around like 12 to 2 in the afternoon, depending, we gotta go grocery shopping. Okay, anyways, thank you all so much for joining us, catch you in the next one, have a good night, folks.